to today's class. Today is going to be very much a class that's all about the way that I practice. We're going to start with some core, a little bit of movement into our hips, and then a bit of a flow to finish. We're going to start breathing, and so I want you to start seated in whatever way is comfortable. If it's more comfortable to you to sit on blocks or a pillow, then please feel free. If you want to kneel, kneel. If you want to sit on your bum, sit on your bum. Either way, make yourself feel comfy. Sit down on your bum, close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall, bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your chest. Reminders of breath. Start by softening. Letting go of any noticeable tension. And then begin to notice your breathing. Feel it in your hands as you inhale and you fill, and as you exhale and you empty. And slowly begin to expand that movement. Breathing especially into the hand that's on your belly rather than kind of into your shoulders and into your chest. Can you breathe more into your belly? And can you maybe soften more the more that you notice your breath, the more that you fall in line with it, and slow it down. Every exhale, imagine that you're drawing the sides of your waist to the center of your body. And with every inhale, fill your hand that's on your belly. You can keep your eyes closed, you can blink them open, but you're going to make your way onto your backs. We still want to use the breath, but as a way to control our core. On the inhale, you relax. On the exhale, you pull your lower belly and your back down towards the earth. Inhale, lift your legs to 90-degree angles. Exhale, bring your hands onto your kneecaps. Almost pull the kneecaps towards you, but press your kneecaps into your hands. Bring your hands to the outside of your legs, take a breath in. On your exhale, press your knees outward, but press your hands inward. Same but different, hands come to the insides with fists, insides of your knees, take a breath in. As you exhale, press your knees in, but press your hands out. And finally, hands come onto the thighs, inhale. Exhale, press and press back. Good, from here, take your chin towards your chest, roll your upper body up, but rather than leaning up, can you think about that curve, the roll up? So chin to chest, roll your shoulders up, keep your lower back pressing down, reach your fingertips towards your toes, an easy hollow hold. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet down onto the ground. Keep your fingers reaching towards your heels. Tuck your tailbone, take an inhale. As you exhale, press and lift. So really drag the heels to the shoulders. Feel your hamstrings and your glutes fire up, and then inhale, lower down. 2 more like that. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, pull the heels towards you as you slowly lower down. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower down. Draw your right knee into your chest, lengthen your left leg out long. And circle the right leg round a few times, bringing your right knee into your right hand. So you're just finding some space here. Maybe go in the opposite direction. And then we'll find an easy twist. Take that right knee all the way over towards the left. And bring your right arm out wide beside you. Big breath in. Melt in on your exhale. Roll yourself back to center. Keep your right knee into your chest, but as we did before, you're going to roll up. So you took your chin towards your chest, and then roll yourself up as if you're trying to bring your forehead to your knee. Pick your left leg up off the ground. The higher that it is, the easier this will feel on your core. From here, we're going to reach the fingertips towards the toes, but keep that lower back pressing down the lower belly, pulling it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees into your chest and the back of the head down to the ground. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, we're going to repeat one more time. So legs find 90 degrees, hands come onto the kneecaps. Inhale here. Exhale, press and press back. And pull back, sorry. Hands on the outsides of the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, press in as you press your thighs back. Hands come on the inside of your legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands press out, knees press in. Last one, hands on thighs. Inhale. Exhale, press and press back. Good, half hollow hold. Take your chin towards your chest. Roll your shoulders up off of the ground. Reach your fingertips towards your toes and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come down to the ground. Head and shoulders land. Take an inhale. Exhale, press and lift. Drag your heels to your shoulders. Keep that engagement as you slowly lower down on a breath in. Exhale, lift. Press through the feet. Inhale, draw your heels towards you as you come back down. Last one. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, come back down. Draw your left knee into your chest this time, and this time circle your left leg round. Noticing if it feels different to the other side, and if it does, that's okay. And then we'll twist left leg all the way over to the right. Left arm out like a T beside you. Big breath in. Big breath out. Roll back to center. Left knee stays in towards your chest. Feel that connection as best as you can. Pick your right leg up off the ground, remembering that the higher the leg is, the easier this is going to feel. Take your chin to your chest, roll your shoulders up, and then reach your fingertips towards your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees come in. We're going to finish this kind of core work with a more full variation of a hollow hold. If the bent knee one was enough, you're just going to stay there. Otherwise, we're going to begin to extend the legs. So chin to chest, roll yourself up like you're trying to bring your forehead towards your knees. From here, reach your fingertips towards your toes and lengthen your legs out straight. And as I said, if this is too much, you're just going to bend your knees instead. You're going to drop your legs away until you feel like your back arches. If this happens, you've gone too far. We want to keep that tuck of the tailbone as we reach towards the toes. We'll hold for 5, 4. It's good if you're shaking. 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And then begin to rock and roll forwards and back until you come all the way up to seated. When you get to seated, we're going to come into a Malasana squat. If Malasana isn't in your practice, you can go a little bit higher. So basically, your feet come as wide as your mat. And then we want to bring the hands on the inside of the legs to kind of drive the knees out. If this isn't happening today, you can be much higher, and that's okay. We just want to feel this on the insides of the thighs, like into the groin. And from here, we'll just take a few moments, kind of a little rock from side to side. If your hips are a little bit higher, you can have your hands on the floor, that's fine. And keep the chest up. Good. Hands come down to the ground and bring yourself to hands and knees. Tabletop position. Take a big breath in and a really big breath out. And you inhale, rock forward. And once your shoulders are over your wrists, I want you to imagine that you're trying to make fists with your hands. So obviously that's not going to happen, but basically you're pulling your fingers in and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift your weight back as if towards your heels and lift your fingertips up off of the mat and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that one more time. Come forward, and then as if you're going to make your hands into fists. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift your weight back. Imagine you're trying to lift your fingers. 5, 4. Keep the arms straight. 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees. From here, we're going to do some cat-cows, but a little bit different from normal. So rather than moving the whole spine, we're almost one piece at a time, we're going to move every single vertebra. So we're going to almost go from the top of the spine to the bottom of the spine in a fluid motion. To begin with, inhale, lift your tailbone. So we want to keep the rest of the back as it is, quite flat, but the tailbone begins to lift. Slowly, that movement moves down the spine till the belly begins to drop. Then the chest begins to drop, shoulders roll back, chest pulls through the arms and chin comes up left. Opposite direction, chin drops down first. The tailbone still stays lifted as we begin to try and round into the upper back, slowly moving to the mid back. And then finally, the tailbone tucks. Let's go in reverse. So keep that press into the hands, but begin to lift the tailbone. Then slowly the belly drops. We've got this press in the hands. Then the chest begins to drop. Pull through and the chin comes up last. Good, let's do that in the reverse one more time. Chin to chest. Tailbone stays lifted as we round the upper back. Then the mid back. Finally the lower back. And then find a flat back, release. And just come into a child's pose. Bring your chest onto your thighs or as close to. Reach your arms forward and bring your forehead down to the ground. Take a second to feel that connection of chest-thigh that you've got going on right now, or the closeness, even if they're not touching, of your chest and your thigh, and that kind of deep bend in your hips. We're going to focus on that today quite a lot. It's called compression. Okay, so let's come into a downward dog and explore something similar here. So tuck your toes, lift your hips, and wiggle out your first one for a moment or two. If you want to take some more time to wiggle, feel free. Otherwise, inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees chest to thigh. So just like we did before in that child's pose, feel the connection as best as you can. Then, almost like we did in that cat-cow, begin to unravel. So round your lower back, then your mid back, and as you do, your legs begin to straighten as you round forward to plank pose. Look forward, tuck your tailbone, take a breath in. Exhale, lower to your belly for 3. So slowly press the ground away. 2, 1. Good. Point your toes. Shoulders roll onto the back. Inhale, little cobra, little lift. Exhale, lower, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. So inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, chest to thigh. We're going to start on the lower back, so begin to round your lower back as your legs begin to straighten. And then you're rounding the whole of the spine, pressing the floor away as you come forward to plank pose. Take a breath in and lower for 3. Pull the hands towards you. 2, 1. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Good. Okay. Inhale, raise your right leg to the sky. This time, press your toes up and back. As you exhale, come high on your left tiptoe. Bend your left knee, chest to thigh, and then draw your right knee in. From here, press off of your left leg, round your spine, and step your right foot down wider than the right hand. Drop down your left knee. So a slightly wider variation of a low lunge. Inhale, take your arms to the sky, let the weight shift forward, pull your feet together underneath you. Big breath in, lift the chest. As you exhale, hands come to the inside of your front foot. Tuck your back toe under, raise your left knee, and then press your legs straight-ish to go completely straight. Big breath in, and big breath out. Bend into your right knee, plant your left hand down. Inhale, right arm lifts to the sky, nice easy twist. And then adding on here, exhale, fold to the outside edges of your feet. And your feet will point towards the right. You might need to walk that front foot down a little bit, but we want to try and lift off the big toe, so really on the outside edges. And maybe you play around with dropping that left hip, reaching the right arm back, but you don't have to if this doesn't feel comfortable. And then plant the hands and step into a plank position. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, same on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. And then lift onto your right tiptoe. Exhale, bend your right knee, find chest to thigh, draw your left knee in. Press off of your right leg, step your left foot wider than your left hand. Right knee drops, inhale, arms to the sky. Low lunge, pull your feet together underneath you, reach through your fingers, big breath in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, legs go straight-ish. Exhale, find a fold. Inhale, bend your left knee, plant your right hand down, and take your left arm all the way up to the sky in an easy twist. And then from here, again, we're going to fold to the outside edges of your feet. So you have the option to walk that front foot back a little bit so that it feels a little bit easier. Maybe you stay with the hips lifted, or maybe you drop the hips down. Just stretching through the outer right hip, maybe a little bit into that right side body. And plant your hands and step back. This time into a downward facing dog. And when you get there, take a big breath in. Let it all go with an exhale. So this time we're going to add on. We're going to start the same. Inhale, the right leg lifts to the sky. Lift onto your left tiptoe. Exhale, bend your left knee, chest to thigh. So you've got that strength there. Draw your right knee in. Press off of your left leg and step your right foot down wide. Drop down your left knee. Inhale, arms to the sky. Low lunge. Pull your feet together underneath you. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. This time, exhale, right elbow finds right thigh. Let's come into a side bend. Left arm comes all the way up and over by your ear. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift your chest up. Press out of the ground. Inhale. Exhale, left hand lands on the inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toe under, raise your left knee. Inhale, right arm comes all the way up to the sky in your twist. This time, rather than falling to the outside edges of both feet, we're just going to fall to the outside edge of the back foot to step the right foot on top in a side plank. If you would like to make this easier, you can drop your left knee down for a little extra support. Press the ground away, take a big breath in. Exhale, both hands land. And lower down slowly to your belly. Shoulders onto the back, inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same on the left hand side. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, lift onto the right tiptoe, find chest to thigh. Left leg comes in, press off of that right leg and step the left foot down wide. Drop down your left knee, inhale, arms to the sky, pull your feet together. Low lunge. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh, and right arm comes all the way up and over by your ear. Lift the chest, press out of the ground. Find some space through the right side body. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand lands. Tuck your back toe under, raise your right knee. Inhale, left arm lifts to the sky, find your twist. Exhale, fall to the outside edge of your right foot. Left foot steps on top of right. Maybe drop the right knee if you need to. Side plank. Press the ground away. Slight tuck in the tailbone, chest up, breath in. Exhale, hands land. And press back to down dog. Take a big breath in. And a really big breath out. Last one, last add on. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Come onto your left tiptoe, bend that knee, chest to thigh. Right leg comes in, press and round, and step your right foot down wide. Drop down your left knee, inhale, arms to the sky, low lunge. Let's start the same. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh, left arm all the way up and over, big breath in. Exhale, left hand to the ground. Tuck your back toe under, raise your left knee. Inhale, right arm to the sky, easy twist. Exhale, fall to the outside edge of your left foot. Right foot steps on top or your left knee drops. Side plank variation of your choice. Take a breath in. Exhale. Bend both knees. If your left knee is down, ignore that section. Pick up your right leg wherever you are and step your right foot to the top of your mat. From here, your right hand is going to come just in front of your right knee. Right knee, right foot. So we want the knee to begin to tuck into the armpit. Left hand comes in line with that right hand, and then we're going to draw the left knee into the left armpit. You could stay in this kind of half crow if crow is in your practice. You're going to press the ground away, look a little bit further forward, and draw your heels up towards your bum. Take a breath in, press the ground away, think about chest lifting off with the thighs, and then drop your feet down. Take an inhale, and an exhale into a ragdoll. Let your whole body be heavy. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Step back. Downward facing dog. Last one. Left leg lifts, breath in. Exhale, high on the right tiptoe. Chest to thigh. Bend that left leg. Draw your left leg in towards your chest. Pressing round. Left foot steps forward. Drop down your right knee. Inhale, arms to the sky. Low lunge. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Find your side bend. Right arm all the way up and over, breath in. Exhale, right hand lands. Tuck your back toe under, raise your right knee. Inhale, left arm to the sky, twist. Exhale, side plank of your choice. Left foot steps back, take an inhale. Exhale, if both feet are down, bend your knees. Inhale, pick up the left knee and step to the top of the mat. Really press the ground away, it will help. Left hand reaches far enough forward that when you come forward onto your left tiptoe, your knee tucks into your armpit. From here, shift your weight forward, look forward, round the upper back. Right knee comes into right tricep. Stay in half crow or find full crow. Heel squeeze up towards your bum, hands press down, look forward, chest up. And then drop your feet and find a fold. Big breath in. And big breath out. When you're ready, bend your knees. If you have the space, come straight onto your bum. If you don't, use your hands to help you. Feet hip distance or so. Hands on your shins. Take an inhale, roll your elbows and your shoulders back and in, and then pull your chest up. On your exhale, little lean back. Keep the chest up, reach your arms forward, thinking about using the lower belly and using your core to hold you here. Find your breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands on your shins and bring yourself back in. If that was enough for you, that's really hard for me, keep it there. If you want to add on, we're going to repeat one more time and you have the option to lift your legs as well. Breath in. Breath out, lean back. Reach your arms forward, maybe you stay, maybe you lift your legs up. So try not to kind of come into a rounded position with the upper back if you have lifted off your feet. We're going to keep the spine nice and long, keep reaching the toes forward, the hands forward, the chest up. We'll hold for 5. Still breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet, but this time roll yourself all the way down onto your backs. Bring your feet in a little bit. Take a breath in. On your exhale, press into the soles of the feet. Pick up your hips. Find a bridge pose. Draw your heels to your shoulders to your heels. If it's in your practice to interlace your fingers under your back in bridge, feel free. If it's not, then don't worry. You're really just thinking about opening up the hips rather than a big back bend. Pressing down into the feet. Finding some strength in the back body after all of that strength in the front body. And then when you're ready, lower yourself down onto your back. Take your feet as wide as your mat and begin to windscreen wipe your knees from side to side. If there's anything else you'd like to do before you take Shavasana, then do. If you're good, lie down. And just taking a few moments for yourself now, at the end of your practice, to pause, reflect, and just be still.